Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Life of Brian. I am in my 2018 Maserati MC and just actually going to get it washed and run a quick errand. But I wanted to do a quick video on this car. Maseratis have a horrible reputation, mainly because of the I think infamous Doug DeMuro Ghibli video. But you know, I've never driven a Ghibli, never plan on driving a Ghibli, but apparently they were kind of POS cars, overpriced, and really did a lot of damage to the Maserati brand. This Maserati is not the base trim, it's the Maserati MC. The MCs were, I guess, a higher trim above the base GrandTurismo Sport. The MC version, it's mostly cosmetic differences. The engine's the same, same horsepower. Again, most of the differences were cosmetic. There's a different hood, nose. I think the side vents are also different. The rear diffuser, the exhaust, and I believe the suspension is different on the MC. So again, it's mostly cosmetic. You know, the engine's the same, power output's the same, I think about 454 horsepower. You still have that same glorious V8 howl. I think, honestly, guys, this Maserati is probably, if not the best, one of the best sounding vehicles I own. I had a Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio for a while as well, and that had a really incredible engine note. The exhaust, you know, note was incredible as well. But I don't know if you guys can hear that. But when the when you're in sport mode and the exhaust is open, it's just that V8 howl is amazing. It's incomparable, and it's kind of a shame because all the Maseratis are going electric now. And again, you're not going to have that V8 platform, but you know, as the title of my video says, guys, I honestly think it isn't clickbait. This Maserati, for sure, in terms of the Italians I own, I have a Gallardo, I have a 360 Modena. This is by far the best. I had a Giulia Quadrifoglio. This is by far the best Italian exotic I've ever owned, and for a number of reasons: reliability, practicality. I think even from an aesthetic standpoint, which this could be controversial, but I think these Maseratis, and in particular the MC version, the MC trim, are just so sexy, very sleek. You know, Doug DeMuro, a lot of people think they look like a catfish. I don't see that. I think the proportions are nice. I like the long, kind of swooping hood. I think the proportions are just right. Again, I think this car is aged very nicely. The thing I like about the MC version as opposed to the GrandTurismo Sport is the exhaust, the rear diffuser in the back. I like how the dual exhausts are kind of center mounted, if that makes sense, as opposed to being lower on the back end as they are on the GrandTurismo Sport. I think it makes it look, you know, more expensive, I guess, and racier in a way as well. I just like the lines on the MC a little bit better, specifically from the back. The hood also looks much more menacing with the scoop in the middle. So from an aesthetic standpoint, I love the way these look. Again, I get a lot of thumbs up. A lot of people, you know, who haven't already been corrupted by the you know, Maserati's crap. Just look at the Ghibli mantra, which again, apparently the Ghibli is a POS. I'm not sure I've ever driven one, but from everything I've seen and read, again, the Ghibli did a lot of damage to the Maserati brand. With the MC20 coming out a couple years ago, I think Maserati's kind of back on the come up. But you know, this Maserati GrandTurismo MC specifically, I think is a very underrated, underappreciated car. The interior is very nice. You know, the leather is beautiful. It's soft. It smells good. Kind of has even almost that Aston Martin smell to it. You know, the interior's nice. It's not like a Rolls or, you know, whatever, a Bentley. and maybe compared to, I guess, you know, your modern Ferrari or Lambo, okay, yeah, it probably, you know, pales in comparison a bit as well. But it's nice. Everything is let me see if I can turn off this sensor, guys. Super annoying. Everything is nice to the touch. Everything works. I love this red leather look. You know, some people might think it's kind of obnoxious, but I love the look. You can see the Maserati emblem in the headrests. You know, really huge back seats, a lot of space back there, guys. I take my kids. I've taken a few adult passengers as well before. There's a lot of space in this car. It's very usable, good sized trunk, and again, in a back seat, which you can't say really about any you know, modern Lambo, Ferrari. I think Ferrari, I guess, has an SUV now, and I forgot what the model is, but I think they do have one model that has a back seat, if I'm not mistaken. But for the most part, again, you're not going to get this look, an Italian exotic that also has this usability and practicality. Again, the engine note, the howl that comes from this V8 is just, it's intoxicating. Let me actually try to roll down the window for you guys so you can kind of get a sense of what that sounds like. But the car is a blast to drive. You know, you're not going to be tracking this car. It doesn't have 500, 600 horsepower, but again, it's a cruiser. It's let me shut up so you guys listen to this. Hopefully you guys can hear that. But yeah, the car just sounds great. I love the sound of this engine. But yeah, you're not going to be tracking this car, racing in this car. It's not what this car is about. I think it's more of a cruiser. It's more of a, I don't want to say a family car, but again, you can stick kids and groceries and haul stuff around in the back. Love the look of the car, guys. You don't see a lot of Maseratis on, well, okay, I take that back. I haven't seen any other Maserati MCs on the road. I've seen a few GrandTurismos. I've seen a ton of Ghiblis, but again, in this particular trim, the MCs, I don't see a lot of. They're actually quite hard to find. You'll see a lot of, apparently on the GrandTurismo Sport, you could get the MC trim, which is not the same thing as the Maserati GrandTurismo MC. So again, it's kind of confusing. The easiest way to tell the difference is look at the back, the rear diffuser, and the exhaust. If it's kind of like the dual center mounted, it's the MC. If it's not, and also there's something on the dash and the pedal, that's a giveaway as well. But that's kind of the thing. It's kind of confusing if you don't know what you're looking for, because a lot of people will sell a GrandTurismo, the base Sport, as an MC, and that's, you know, that's not right. But you know, it's easily to be confused. So yeah, guys, as I was saying, when I was looking for my car, there were a ton of the GrandTurismo Sports, the base trims available, but not a lot of actual authentic MC ones available. And the few that I found were really kind of in pretty trashed condition, high mileage, not very well maintained. And obviously, as an Italian exotic, if you don't maintain and take care of these cars, they're gonna poo-poo on you. So this one I got had a PPI on it, had the previous owner take great care of it, and again, I haven't had any issues. This car can sit, you know, for weeks on end. I go in, turn on the car, starts right up, no issues whatsoever, no gremlins, no warning lights, knock on wood. But it's been super reliable. And like whenever I need to take the kids somewhere or need to go somewhere with my wife, where we're going to be bringing things or lugging stuff, I'll always choose this car because, again, it's very practical, it's very usable, has a good trunk, has a nice size back seat, and it's not just one of those cars that, you know, it's only a weekend car, or it's only kind of like a fun car that only you can enjoy. It's something that, you know, my wife loves this car. And again, I think it's a shame because a lot of people think Maserati is a crappy brand because of the Ghibli. But, you know, Maserati has a impressive heritage and, you know, legacy, just like Ferrari and Lamborghini. But again, because of Ghibli, because they were, I forgot which company took them over. I think they've been bought out several times, but during the Ghibli era, when there were other parts being put into the Maseratis, they're basically American made at that point. You know, they got a really bad reputation, and rightfully so. But in particular, this car, guys, I think it's slept on. It's a fantastic car. It's a beautiful car. I think it's aged well and will continue to age well. I think 10 years from now, 20 years from now, people looking at the Maserati MC in particular will say it's a beautiful car, a beautifully designed car. you know, I'm trying to think of really cons, drawbacks of the vehicle, and you know, honestly, I really can't think of any. Again, it's not. Is it? You know, people may say it's kind of heavy, or it's kind of weight-wise, you know. But again, compared to what? Compared to an Aventador? Compared to a, you know, a Ferrari? I mean, what are you comparing it to? If you're comparing it to something that's supposed to be a track monster and supposed to be, you know, setting 0 to 60 times, yeah, then this car is. But this is not what this car is about. I think this car is a perfect cruiser. It's a practical car. It's something where I think if you have kids like I do, a big family, you need something that you can take kids with, or take groceries with, or, you know, something other more than a duffel bag. But you don't want to drive a Camry, or you don't want to drive a, you know, a Camry. This is a fantastic choice because you still get that fun. You still get the excitement of driving an enthusiast car, a sports car, and you don't have to compromise and give up one for the other. So again, I think the looks of the car, the usability of the car, and again, just in terms of my ownership experience, the reliability, this car is slept on. It's underappreciated. I think if more people got a chance to drive the MC and see, you know, how it handles, how usable it is, how it looks in person, not on a video, I think people would be really impressed with this car. And I think more of them would be on the road, or maybe better taken care of, so other people can enjoy it as well. So those are just my quick thoughts on this 2018 Maserati MC, guys. I'll do a more in-depth video as well later, but hope you guys liked the video. Give it a thumbs up, and like and subscribe, support the channel. See you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. So I was saying earlier, guys, some of the ways you can distinguish an actual MC from the GrandTurismo Sport with the MC trim. Actually, some of those still have those, but you see this scoop here in the hood. So the hoods are usually different, but I believe if you get the MC trim on your base Sport, you could also get a hood that looks like that. The one thing that is always the dead giveaway is these center-mounted exhausts. On the GrandTurismo Sport, which is the base, I believe they're here and here, and I think there's quads. So I think there's 2 and 2 here. But ironically, on the upgraded trim, the MC, which I think looks much better, they're center-mounted here, and there's only 2 of them. Yeah, I think it's a great-looking car. Quick interior shot, guys. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually probably, well, no, you can. There, the pedal will say MC, and then you'll usually have a MC logo or badging here if it's the MC version. But I love this red leather. I thought it might be obnoxious, but feels great, smells great, and I think it looks really. It's a great compliment to the black exterior. Again, very usable back seats. This is 2018. The earlier models had like a really janky old Atari 80 style, you know, setup here, which was, you know, pretty ghastly, but you know, hey, whatever. If you're buying a car for the infotainment or the pixels or the whatever on your infotainment screen, then you're not me. But yeah, everything works. I think everything looks nice enough. And yeah, I think it's a very underappreciated and underrated car, the Maserati GrandTurismo MC. So I'm gonna try one more time, guys, to give you a sense of the exhaust note on this car. Just the engine sounds incredible. But right now the car is in regular mode. But if you press this button right here, it takes you into sport mode, which basically opens the exhaust and makes the car sound so much better. So I don't know if you can even tell from the sound right now. So it's in regular mode. Now I'm going to press sport, and I don't know if you can hear the humming from the exhaust. But let me try to do a quick acceleration here so you guys can hear that howl that I was referring to. Yeah, it's amazing, and you'll get those crackle and pops as well. Not as much as the my Jaguar SVR or even my Quadrifoglio had, but you know, the crackles and pops in here are awesome as well. So get one of these cars, guys. Very underrated, very underappreciated.